every single year, without fail, as soon as a new Pokemon game is supposed to come out, it will get leaked online at least a week early. Every single time. I imagine the security at Game Freak to stop this from happening is just posting online themselves, so that technically a leak can't happen if we did it ourselves. But it got me thinking, what are the biggest leaks in the games industry? What are the biggest, most important, most impactful leaks that happen in video games? Thankfully, Diamond Bolt has the answer for us in this wonderful new video about all the biggest video game leaks of all time, which first off, I want to say, please make sure you subscribe to Diamond Bolt because their videos are absolutely fantastic. And thankfully, I'm allowed to react to them, which I really appreciate. Let's have a look.
What's up, gamers? I've just gotten done hacking into Nintendo's database, which you can tell because I'm wearing sunglasses. It is absolutely not me trying to cover up the fact I haven't slept in like 2 weeks. And
No, it's true. Anyone that wears sunglasses indoors is doing some crazy hacking. Believe me, I've watched Mr. Robot.
Just found out that hacking is like illegal or something, so before the
What?
FBI get here and imprison me for the rest of my life, I thought we should talk about some of the biggest gaming leaks of all time, which I've assembled a list of using my expert hacking skills of watching a single Did You Know Gaming video. Now, I'm just going to be
Okay, Did You Know Gaming? That's some good work, though. I love Did You Know Gaming.
straight up here, okay? I'm not even going to try and pretend to understand how, like, hacking or cybersecurity works, okay? Like, dude, I don't even know how to use fucking Microsoft Excel, okay? So,
Hey, that's a tough one, though. It's basically like programming. You know, you have to do if statements, and then you have to, like, there's numbers you have to add together. What's all that about?
we're going to be looking at, like, what was leaked from these, you know, rather than, like, the very
Is that Halo?
complicated stories of how, you know? But first, this video is brought to you by Opera GX.
Woo! Sponsor!
Opera
Let's
GX
go!
Is a browser that's so
No way, you can
customizable
game on
that
this?
has way too many features for me to get through in only 2 minutes, but I'm going to try anyway. Like,
Oh,
if
there's
those
so many.
Family Guy funny moments are turning your Subway Surfers gameplay into a PowerPoint presentation, then don't
Yeah?
worry. Opera
Okay.
GX has built-in features that make your computer actually usable, like with GX Control. That it
No
uses
way, Chrome could never.
browser to reduce lag when playing games and having 15 tabs open at once. There's the GX Game Corner that helps you keep up to date with upcoming games, deals, free-to-play games, and gaming news. And this
No, there's no way. That's way too many
is
things.
actually how I found out that the Knuckles trailer came out, and damn, it looks kind of sick.
Wait.
There's built-in
Wait, Knuckles is getting a movie?
sections on the sidebar for quick and easy access to all of your favorite music apps, and a Twitch section that you can log straight into from the sidebar that lets you know when your favorite hot tub streamers are going live. There's a
Wait, why is he so good at this ad?
video pop-out feature that carries over
Like, it's just joke after joke after joke, and they're all hitting. For me, anyway. This is my type of humor.
whenever you're watching into other tabs, and we haven't even gotten to Opera's best feature yet, the mods. GX has a mod store
You can mod these? Oh, there's a little Gengar one. Okay, so we got Tactile, we got Clicky, YouTube Recolor, Sol Goodman for some reason, Persona. Never didn't see that one coming, did you? Sorry,
It's
damn it.
kind of like the Steam Workshop for your browser, where you can choose from all of these user-made mods to download, and literally the very first thing I did after downloading this was installing the Spinning Fish, and now that's my entire browser, and I regret absolutely nothing. It is important
Does it play the
to know
song
you
too?
can actually get cool mods too.
Whoa, that is really sick.
You can also get Hamter. And the best part is, you can make your own.
Why wouldn't you want that after all?
And they're super easy to make too, which I can say from experience, because I made this one that has me in it, that I'm demanding
Wow.
you all go and down.
Wait, hold on a second. I'm seeing some issues with this. It says Adam Diamond Ball. However, the caption says, my name is Jeff. You cannot have two names at the same time. You can only have one.
Download
Big
right
problems
now.
with this.
I know I already sold you a minute ago with the Spinning Fish, so you can get started right now and get all of this for free using my code in the description, operagx.gg/diamondbolt. It literally only takes 15 seconds to install, and I have the most dogshit internet in the world. And there's no need to worry about losing any of your 14,000 tabs when abandoning your previous browser, because Opera has a quick import tool that automatically brings over all of your extensions and bookmarks. But I didn't even need to bring over my 5 different ad blockers, because Opera has a built-in one that I highly recommend you use on everything except my videos. So again, if you want to support the channel,
Yeah, please, dude. Please do not ad block our videos. I would really appreciate if you did.
it's operagx.gg/diamondbolt. And now let's get back to breaking thousands of privacy laws. I think surely we've got to be at the point where game studios have like a prepared apology tweet ready to go for when shit gets out.
Residents of Metro City, we've seen the things weren't supposed to see, but we're all in this together. We all appreciate the positive reactions. Uh-oh.
Because I feel like I wake
I like when they're more on the nose with it, like, yeah, we know what you saw. We know what you saw. We all saw it. We saw what you saw too, but you weren't supposed to. Why'd you see that? You shouldn't have seen that. What's going on?
up like every other week, and it's
But they're very nice about it.
Oh, cool. The entire source code for GTA 6 just dropped. Like, literally, if there's any game that's coming out within, like, the next 5 years, you can pretty much guarantee that some random guy on 4chan has already correctly posted the entire premise of the game way before anyone was meant to know about it.
Okay, this happens with Pokemon all the time, and 99% of them are wrong, but believe me, there's a lot of people that want to make videos on these all the time. They'll go to the 4chan post and they'll be like, look at this. There's some guy on 4chan that's anonymous that said that the new Pokemon game will have blades of grass. It's pretty big.
I love the guys who do these focus tests and sign NDAs and shit, and then immediately head to 4chan to violate as much of that contract as possible. I think the best ones are when it just comes down to someone being a dumbass and not...
I'm pretty sure there's a speedrun category for violating NDAs. I think that's what it's all about. I wonder if they're going to talk about the Wolverine leak. There was a massive Wolverine leak.
Some hackers from Russia are trying to steal millions of dollars. You know, like that one time that like Walmart Canada basically ruined an entire E3 by putting up a whole bunch of unannounced games for pre-order.
Wait, really? Oh, NBA 2K19, Super Smash Bros. On the Switch, Borderlands 3, Assassin's Creed, Xbox One, Destiny Comet. Damn, there's so many. Damn, they really ruined a lot of stuff, didn't they?
A little bit earlier than they were supposed to, and got understandably piled on for the entire convention.
We're starting with a game that we announced a few weeks ago through our friends at Walmart Canada.
No, that's actually a good joke, though. I love when you can take it on the nose.
Time when Bethesda accidentally live streamed their rehearsal of their E3 announcement for Dishonored 2 on Twitch.
What?
When that was very much still supposed to be a secret.
They went live?
You guys are being picked up by a mic right now. It's going out over the Twitch stream.
Ha ha ha.
I'm not kidding.
Okay.
These leaks are fun.
Oh my god. That's really funny as well. You know what? As sad as leaks and all these kinds of things are for the people who work at the companies, because it can greatly affect how a game is developed and etc., etc., etc. Very, very sad. It's pretty funny. It's pretty funny sometimes.
Funny, okay? I mean, probably not for the people involved. The guy that started that live stream is definitely dead. But, you know, those ones are a lot more fun than, like, you know, the GTA 6 leak from last year, where I still really don't know if I can show a single second of one of the 90 videos that leaked online, because...
Wait, there was 90 videos? I remember there being a few videos of GTA 6 leaked online, because I remember seeing a few where some guy was, like, running around a burger shop or something like that, and then he shoots someone, and then people on Twitter are like, this game doesn't look very good. It's also in development. It is currently being created. I don't know. You didn't look very good when you were being created, did you?
Rockstar somehow did the impossible and actually wiped it from the fucking internet. And look, after finding out that they got the...
Hey, they have infinite GTA Online money. I am not surprised that they could do that. They have a money printer. I thought only governments were allowed to do that. But no, also Rockstar, they're allowed to do it too.
Dude behind the leak confined to a hospital for the rest of his life. I've decided no, I will not be showing any of it actually. But then even last month, when the trailer for GTA 6 was finally scheduled to come out on the 5th of December 2023, after 10 years of absolutely fuck all info about it, some dude just posted like a super low res version of it on TikTok a day before. So then Rockstar just went fuck it and dropped the whole thing a day early.
Oh, trailer has leaked. Okay, I think it's a fake tweet, but it's still really funny. That's basically what they said.
Another massive one that was pretty recent as well was for The Last of Us Part 2. And I have never seen leaks turn people against a game so quickly before. I need people to think back to 4 years ago, okay? Up until this point,
people treated the people that worked on The Last of Us 2 so bad. I've never seen a more unhinged, unreasonable response to a video game coming out than The Last of Us Part 2. People were drawing lines in the sand. They were battling it out just because of some writing in their video game that they didn't like all that much. They were like, ooh, no, I don't like that one. I'm going to send some death threats now. Poor Laura Bailey had threats sent to her newborn child because of fucking The Last of Us 2 video game. Not real, by the way.
Everybody thought Naughty Dog could do no wrong after they made 4 banger Uncharted games and the first Last of Us. But on April 27, 2020, a full hour of gameplay footage and cutscenes leaked ahead of Part 2's release, spoiling basically the entire plot, with some pretty important things in there, like Joel's very large role in the game, and just absolutely obliterated the hype toward Part 2. Like, it was as dead as Joel was in the first 3 hours of the game. It also got spoiled how you take control of Abby for the second half of the game, who, for those who haven't played it, is the reason that Joel is not in the game very much. The spoilers ran so rampant that Naughty Dog had to make a Twitter post asking people not to post about them, which you...
Oh, really? We know the last few days have been incredibly difficult for you. We feel the same. It's disappointing to see the release and sharing of pre-release footage from development. Do your best to avoid spoilers and don't spoil it for others. Whoosh, no matter what you see in here, the final experience will be worth it. I like how they had to reassure, like, no, guys. It's really good, I promise.
Everyone absolutely listened to, because then the fucking ending of the game leaked a couple days before it was meant to come out. On the bright side, though, some of the leaked cutscenes got absolutely memed to shit, so at least we got that out of it. 4chan got a hold of these 4 screen grabs from cutscenes and turned them into templates that people went insane, turning into pretty much anything you can think of. Like, okay, yeah, people posting spoilers is terrible, and I do not condone this behavior in any way, but these were very funny. This all happened pretty...
It's all about passing the vibe check. Sometimes it's okay if you pass the vibe check, and it's pretty funny. Although people still don't want to be spoiled for their games, obviously.
Much exactly around the same time that a lot of stuff started coming out about the horrible work culture at Naughty Dog. So a lot of people thought this was just a pissed off employee that like leaked the game out of revenge. But nah, it was way more boring than that. It was just like a bunch of hackers. Sony did say that they found out who they were, but we have not gotten an update since. So they for sure grabbed...
No, they're dead. They're dead. They're straight up dead. Sony has sent the assassins in. They've been sniped out of a 10-story window.
Golf club and headed straight to their home address. I was pretty lucky because the popularity of these 4chan edits eclipsed what they were actually spoiling, so I had no context for what any of these were actually for, and it made playing through the game so much more stressful because I knew that this image was going to show up at some point. I just didn't know what it meant. The Last of Us 2 still sold super well, but its reputation following its release is still super divisive, and I
wonder what the consensus would have been if this had come out and there was no leaks. There was nothing along those lines. There was no destruction of the hype before the game came out. The game just comes out, and you know, from what I've heard, it's still a pretty well-made game. It's still a very well-made game. It's an incredibly well-made game. Like, the gameplay is fantastic, and the movement and all that is all great. I wonder if people would be more forgiving towards the story if there wasn't so much of a culture war around it when it first came out, or was first leaked.
Definitely think the leaks were like a...
I wonder if people play these games in a vacuum and they don't go on Twitter, they would probably like it a lot more. If you don't participate in the social media surrounding it, you would probably like it so much more.
A big part of the reason that people went into the game hating it so much. With such a big twist as the character you play as in the first game getting brutally murdered, being spoiled for so many people. Like, it would have been hard enough to process that normally, but to find it out like this, like, I can understand why people didn't handle it the best. Like, I'm still sure there would have been some backlash to how the story ends up, but I don't think it would have been nearly as much if people had found out the way they were supposed to. I don't know, guess it doesn't matter now. It's probably why Naughty Dog just keeps remaking The Last of Us 1 and 2 over and over, since they're like, well, it can't be leaked if it's just the same fucking game, right? And this...
Yeah, what are they gonna do? What are they gonna do? Well, they're gonna make fun of the graphics is what happens. They've remastered the second game, and it looks kind of the same.
Still wasn't as big as the recent Insomniac leak, which I still don't really know how ethical it is to talk about this one, because, like, I don't want to share it around any more than it already was, but you're probably just gonna Google it, so I'm just gonna do it anyway. In December last year, some hackers got a hold of 2 terabytes of their files and demanded $2 million.
Yeah, there's the Wolverine thing. That was the Wolverine one. And then they posted the Wolverine gameplay online, and people were like, this gameplay doesn't look very good. It's being made.
$1 for it, and then dumped the files online when they didn't pay for it. And now we know basically everything that's going to be coming from them for the next 50 years. Like, we have a full timeline of their release.
Oh, wow. That is a long time. 2023, we have Spider-Man 2, then there's a Venom game and a Wolverine game, and then there's Spider-Man 3 in 2028. And then on Ratchet, hey, we're getting Ratchet and Clank. Let's go, baby. Let's go. And then an X-Men game. Wow, that's a long way away. Did they even start making that yet?
Release schedule for the next decade that shows they're pretty much only going to be making Marvel games until the heat death of the universe. Rest in peace, Ratchet and Clank fans. A whole bunch.
Oh, well, 2019? Okay, never mind. It's over. It's so Joba.
Gameplay and cutscenes, and also the entire story of Wolverine were in there too, which I've spent every single day since trying to resist reading. And you had a whole bunch of dumbasses on Twitter going like, wow, the game doesn't look very good. Yeah, no shit, they haven't finished it yet. There was some...
Wait, it's still coming out for like 3 years.
Stuff in there about like the budgets for their games though, like...
Oh, this is kind of cool. Lifetime units of Miles Morales is 10 million, sold 10 million. Spider-Man 1 Remaster sold 4 million. Aw, Ratchet and Clank only sold 2.2 million? What? No. Oh, wait, is this predicted sales? This might be predicted sales, because it has Wolverine in there, too. Oh, it has Spider-Man 3 in there, too. Okay, it's predicted sales. Play Ratchet and Clank. That last game was really good. Come on, man.
According to the leak, Spider-Man 2 cost them $315 million to make. Jesus fuck. And they had some sales.
That is unnecessarily big. That is a ridiculous amount. Total revenue. Hey, wait, I made a profit? Oh my god. Oh my god, I made a $75 million profit. Wait, Ratchet & Clank lost $8 million? What? Wait, the predicted profit on Spider-Man 3 is $170 million? Okay, that's a lot. I mean, you're really hoping on that one.
Which explained that the newest Ratchet & Clank game didn't actually make a profit, which is why I'm going to be 26 before there's a new game in the series.
That's actually depressing because it was really good.
The problem with this one, though, is that it wasn't just stuff about their games that got out, but also, like, they doxed a bunch of their employees as well. So, you know, it wasn't, like, a great time. All right, so that's probably enough of organized cybercrime destroying the lives of hundreds of employees in the game industry. Let's have a look at some of the less depressing ones. The Half-Life...
Oh, okay, here we go. Half-Life.
Leak is one of the most famous stories to come out of this topic, but it's so crazy that the story behind it is way more interesting than what actually came out of it. The tale of how a 21-year-old Valve fan got into their servers to spy on them while they were making the game for 6 months undetected before he made the cardinal error of not shutting the fuck up about it to one of his friends, who then went on to break into their servers as well and leak the fucking source code. And
oh my god, dude. What is wrong with these people?
Not only did this expose to the public that Half-Life 2 wasn't even close to being done at a time when its initial release date was coming up pretty soon, but apparently 4 million people played the leaked version. So
wow, that's incredible. Like, how did 4 million? I don't believe it. In 2001, 4 million people downloaded this? How did they even find out about it?
It's like, yeah, this kid owes us $250 million, actually.
You know, we were getting these statistics of like, 4 million people have downloaded the source code to the game. And people were starting to post X-rated screenshots of our characters having sex with each other.
But
okay, it's really funny. It's like 4 million people downloaded our game. And they're making the characters have sex, man! What are they doing?
Even though they got the FBI involved and Valve asked their community for a witch hunt, they still couldn't find the guy behind it until the hacker emailed the head of Valve, Gabe Newell, personally with a fucking Logan Paul apology. And
oh my, no, he did. Hello, Gabe. I am very sorry what happened with Half-Life 2. I want to explain a few things. I was in your network for 6 months watching your development process, which was very interesting. Yes, I am the hacker. No, I didn't just... The beginning of September, I was... Oh, that is insane. Why would you self-report so quickly and so easily? An incredible self-report. Okay, what happens next?
Fucking Logan Paul apology. And said that he basically didn't actually mean to cause them any harm. He was just really impatient and wanted to see the game early. But then, he had the balls to ask Gabe Newell for a job. And Gabe was like... Yeah, okay. But this man was playing chess, okay?
Dude, did you just say yes so he could, like, call him in for an interview, air quotes, and then be like, psych, this is Chris Hansen. And you're not trying to diddle kids, but you're trying to diddle my games. And that's pretty bad too. So you're going to prison.
Gabe set up a phone interview with the guy with the intention of getting as much personal information out of him as possible so they could get him to admit to the crime, and then tried to get him to fly to the US for an in-person interview so they could arrest the absolute shit out of him. This one actually does have a happy ending though, because in the end, the German police got to him first, and he ended up getting off pretty easy because he was, like, genuinely pretty sorry about it apparently. And obviously Half-Life 2 went on to be, pretty reasonably successful anyway.
Okay, but you see, it wasn't him that had actually distributed the game. So, cut him a bit of slack. He just wanted to see what the game development process was like. But you still shouldn't hack into the servers, but yeah, it's not that bad.
So,
oh my god, it's the G-Man!
It all worked out. I feel like Nintendo, for the most part, is usually spared from having as many game-ruining leaks as other game companies.
Nope. Every single Pokemon game. Actually, to be fair, it's not like it's months ahead of time. It's not like we're seeing the next Pokemon game being leaked out right now. It's usually like a week or two ahead of time. The entire game will just be posted online, and it happens every single time. Every single time. It's actually kind of hilarious. You can put a timer on. You can track the position of the sun to it.
Because we all know that anyone that steals or fucks with them usually disappears off the face of the planet. I'm not saying it doesn't happen to them at all. I just feel like I never hear about any of Nintendo's games getting spoiled by a fucking keychain. Still didn't stop Tears of the Kingdom from leaking online 2 weeks early, or
wow, 2 weeks? Damn, that is insane.
Mario Wonder, where someone modded a bunch of the dialogue to include the word fuck as much as possible, which I'm sorry, is still
really?
kind of funny.
Yeah, no, that's great. There is no harm in this. Apart from, you could do misinformation to old people to make them think that Mario is saying fuck, and then they're like, oh, I can't have Dennis playing this. He's only 15.
Fuck you!
I think their one series that I can think of that was leaked to absolute death was Smash Bros. But I mean, that's pretty obvious, right? People were just so excited and curious about upcoming fighters that there were so many of these fake leaks, like the fucking Grinch leak that I talked about in last year's video that I still
That's pretty good.
is one of the greatest evils ever perpetrated by humanity. But it was always a nice surprise when through all of the misinformation and predictions that some
Rayman should have been in Smash, man. He really should have. Rayman and Crash should absolutely be in Smash.
came out that was actually real. The only ones that I can think of that weren't just all bullshit were that leaked screenshot of Ken that everyone thought was fake, or that time
Okay, that does
Nintendo
look
forgot to
fake.
blur out the stage builder mode in the literal first second of a commercial before it had even been announced.
Okay, man, how do they decipher that? I can't read that. Even knowing that it's supposed to say stage builder, I absolutely cannot read that.
I mean, yeah, it was probably intentional, but I don't want to give them that much credit. And there was Smash 4's ESRB leak, where the son of some random Nintendo employee took a bunch of screenshots of an early version of the game and sent them around to his friends, who then...
Dude, the cry for clout is so strong. People want clout so bad. They'll do anything for it.
posted basically everything about it onto 4chan until Nintendo fired his dad's ass. So yeah, that kid is probably still grounded. But I think the single best leak, not just from Nintendo,
See, that's a reason not to have kids.
but
You can't ever be fired if you don't have kids. You can never, if you don't have kids, you will never be fired ever.
I would say of all time, was the Nintendo Gigaleak from 2020. Because it's one of those rare times where, despite it still being very much illegal, okay, Your Honor, because all the games in the leak were over a decade old, it didn't really hurt anyone and was more just cool to have for the sake of history, I guess. It was during mid-2020 when everyone was still stuck inside and had nothing else to do that I guess one particularly bored person must have somehow gotten into some Nintendo servers and uncovered a massive amount of unreleased content from some of their games from the 90s.
I mean, that's really cool though. Like, it's cool for like game. I would say preservation, but it was never actually in the game. But it's just nice to see. It's very harmless.
Every single thing that came out of this leak would actually need to be its own 12-part Netflix documentary, because the list of stuff in this is as long as the life sentence that Nintendo would give if they ever found out who did this. There was a source code of like 1 billion Nintendo games, the prototypes and unused assets.
But I bet this was great for the modern scene. I bet they went crazy with this. I bet they loved this.
So many classics like Ocarina of Time and Super Mario Kart, which I still feel like I shouldn't be allowed to look at. Look at how the Womps were meant to look in Mario 64.
Oh, they're kind of cute. I don't dislike this.
You heard this, man. There's uncompressed audio from Star Fox 64, high-res images of the items from Ocarina of Time, which is
Oh, that's very cool. This is cool.
really uncanny to look at. We got to see how the Yoshi sprite in Yoshi's Island got progressively less horrifying the more they worked on it.
Oh,
I think
God.
one of my favorites are the beta designs for Pokemon Diamond and
Oh, that's right. I do remember this. Okay. Look at Reggie Gigas, dude. What is bro doing? And Rotom as well. Okay, Yanmega goes kind of hard, though, to be fair. I hate Torterra. Rampardos is all right. Garchomp looks disgusting. Arceus, I really like Arceus because it seems unknowable. Abomasnow doesn't look that bad. The other ones are... Yeah, they're pretty terrible, but they are beta designs.
because of how cursed the original Arceus was. Look at that Reggie Gigas, dude. That looks like something I'd draw. He looks like a joke character from Undertale. For sure, the best thing to come out of this leak, though, was finding out that there was actually an official model for Luigi in Super Mario 64 after all these years, and getting to witness one of the most beautiful moments in human history when world peace was momentarily achieved, so people could slowly put Luigi back together using the textures and bits of his model they found in the code. I still think it's really cool getting to see the behind the scenes of some of these games that we would have never gotten to see if it were up to Nintendo. It's like looking into an alternate universe where some of the most iconic games ever made could have been fucking terrible. Anyway, that's pretty much all from me. I'm sure.
Oh, that was sick. That was such a good video. I really, really like that. Please go and enjoy Diamond Bolt's videos. They are fantastic. They are great. He has a Patreon. I can't seem to find the link to it. Oh, it's right at the bottom. Go and sub to the Patreon. Oh, you can join for free. Cool. And if you want to see more of my dumb face, you can always subscribe here as well.